Cookie Crew, Session 2. We're going to start off the session by reintroducing ourselves and also saying our pronouns and our character pronouns. So I'm Hallie. I am a lot of characters who have different pronouns, so I won't do the thing that I just said we were going to do, but my pronouns are she, her. Olivia.
I'm Olivia. My pronouns are she, her. I play Hannelore. Her pronouns are also she, her.
Cassidy.
I'm Cassidy. My pronouns are her, she. And I play Araf.
All right. If that's how you want to be.
I play Araf Sindal. Her pronouns are also she, her.
Emily.
I'm Emily. My pronouns are she, her, and I play Ig, whose pronouns are she, her, and they, them.
Ari.
All right, I'm Ari, and I go by she, her pronouns.
All right. So again, welcome back to the Cookie Crew.
Woo!
All right. It's been about a week since the Brackleberry Brigade's stunning diplomatic victory securing a peace treaty with Empress Shaladian III. Queen Anastasia cannot stop singing your praises, and Madeline Jeffrejames has been very complimentary of Arif, has had good things to say about Hannelore, and has even gone out of her way to say that Ig wasn't totally useless. You are the talk of the town, or at least of the palace and the surrounding areas. So what have you all been up to during that week?
Being indignant that she was the one who was unconscious for half of the whole thing.
She doesn't even know.
I burned down a whole part of a ship.
Madeline knows her value.
Ig was extremely useful. Worth their weight in gold or dynamite. Okay, I guess I'll start. Hannelore will start.
Okay.
Hannelore, quickly after returning from our first adventure, went to visit Frank the Cookie Man to apologize.
Okay.
She was really nervous about the meeting, and she took it out on him for no particular reason. And so she wants to offer to upgrade his cookie cart with flotation abilities like the Red Mary. Wah, 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 wah. Not like so he can fly, just so it doesn't, instead of like little crappy wheels, it just is like.
He was very skeptical of this at first, but he just kind of let you do it because he wanted to see what would happen. And he was very pleased with the results. You did a good deed, Hannelore.
I give him a firm handshake and walk away.
All right, what have you been up to, Arif?
Arif has been reading a lot.
Reading what?
A bit of Numenera book, a bit of sort of history and government types of books. She's also been visiting the various courthouses, I guess. I think there's some of those around here, just to kind of listen in on the proceedings and learn more about people.
Being a creep.
Yup.
All right.
Well, lawyers in training will go to the
no, totally.
courthouse to learn. Yeah.
Creepy as your average lawyer.
Yeah, she's in the back, with her hood up and, a book, but she's actually watching everything. She's not reading the book. Yeah.
It's billowing because it's inside.
Yep. No attention being drawn at all.
She's not quite as under the radar as she'd like to be, but
No.
she's doing her best.
Yes.
All right, Ig, what have you been up to?
Ig has not necessarily been up to their past usual hijinks because the whole city is standing.
Hey,
But
good for Ig.
they've just kind of been trotting around following their new best friends, including Madeline Jeff.
Running to keep up with her on her skates.
Headline skates faster to get away from you.
Ig thinks Ig doesn't understand.
Beautiful Ig, a tiny bird.
Our sweet summer child.
So, All of you have received another official royal summons from Anastasia, although this one is less formal than before, but it asked you to meet at the same place you met the last time, in like her like foyer or her visiting chamber, I guess, inside the Invisible Palace.
Where the kitchen is?
Well, it's not exactly a kitchen. She just had a lot of cookie decorating supplies set up there temporarily. So it's been...
It was the cookie decorating room.
There's still like remnants left over. It's not completely cleaned up, but she's not actively decorating cookies when you go in. So all of you would show up at like 9 a.m. We'd have to play that part out. In the room when you get there, she and Madeline Jeffrey James are waiting for you. Madeline Jeffrey James is skating in circles and is throwing what looks like biscuits up at Anastasia's hawk, who is also flying in circles and catching them and doing some cool hawk tricks while while Madeline just skates around under him.
Oh.
Throwing up them biscuits. As is watching, when she sees you enter, you've been escorted by like a guard or an attendant of some kind. She waves and says, "Oh, thank you all so much for coming." Madeline throws up a biscuit, does finger guns, and says, "Hey guys."
Why?
And then catches the biscuit again without missing a beat.
Hannelore sighs deeply. Not deeply. Cut this part out, Tom. Hannelore sighs a little. Perfect.
All right. So Anastasia will step forward and kind of smooth her skirt a little bit and then say, "Thank you all again for coming. Since your success last week, I have decided that now would be a really good time to expand the cookie initiative. I want to make a new cookie, and I want to make it based off of a Brackleberry family recipe that's been passed down through the family for generations. The only problem is that at the moment, my Aunt Ramya has it. I've asked her for it before to not a lot of success. You know, she said yes, but then she doesn't send it. So then a couple weeks later, I ask again, and then she still doesn't send it, even though she says that she will, and it's been going on for a while, and my Aunt Ramya can be very, very stubborn. So I thought I should take it up a notch. And I thought that sending the Brackleberry Brigade would let my aunt know that I mean business. My aunt has definitely heard of the Brackleberry Brigade. I mean, you all did so well with Empress Shaladian. I know that she follows the news, so I think that she would respect this move on my part, and I need her to respect me. She's a professor at the University of Key. Arif, I understand you're an alumnus?
I believe I am.
That's correct. Are you asking me as the DM?
Yes. No, no. She's just sort of evasive about it.
All right. Anastasia will continue. So I want to send an official posse. I don't want to come off, too strong, but I think sending the four of you is going to strike just the right note. And then Madeline says, "Sounds killer. When do we go?" Madeline's already skating towards the door. She is raring to go. And then Anastasia says, "Actually, Madeline, I was thinking you could stay here." And Madeline stops. And he wheels around and goes, "What? Why?" She goes, "Well, sorry. I had mentioned wanting to strike the right note. I think that sending the Brackleberry Brigade is going to send a message to my Aunt Ramya. But I think that if I sent my actual head diplomat, she might be a little bit offended. I think that would just be a little bit too strong. So..."
Wait, I thought we were the head diplomat.
"Oh, no, the Brackleberry Brigade is very important, and that's why I'm sending you. But Madeline is my actual head diplomat." And I goes, "Yeah, it's my job. I'm good at it."
Really good at it.
So why aren't... Thank you, Hannelore. So why wouldn't I go? You said you were sending four people who... What if I'm not the fourth who's going? And Anastasia kind of waffles a little bit. She clearly doesn't want to say it, so she brushes her hair behind her ear and goes, "Well, the mission involves reclaiming treasure." So, at which point Madeline, all the color leaves Madeline's face. And she slams both of her hands on an end table that's in front of her and goes, "No!" And Ari, would you like to describe how your paper airplane enters the scene?
What?
I just kind of wanted to just swoosh into the room really aggressively. And then, since Madeline is there, can it poke her in the eye?
It actually can.
Are you tiny? Are you on a giant airplane?
I'm not on a giant airplane.
It's just a paper airplane.
Oh, okay. You're not riding
it. Enters
it.
the room before she does.
Oh boy.
You just walking before you even walk in a room, just an arrow right to her eye.
This paper airplane just comes whizzing in from this little side antechamber that's just off the foyer. And you said you wanted to hit Madeline in the eye.
Yes.
So it's gonna whiz at her from the side, and she's gonna hear it and recognize what sound this is. and the instinct was just, normally she's okay at protecting herself, but like the instinctual reaction to hearing the sound was just too much. So the paper airplane stabs her in the eye, and she goes, "Ah! Why do you always do that?" And she looks at a person emerging from the antechamber.
Perfect. Is it my time?
It is your time.
Okay. So I was picturing that the doors were closed and I was just like slam them, but if there's no doors, I just want to
you could have like opened the doors, thrown your paper airplane, and closed them just so you can slam them open if you want.
It's like a kick in the door so that they bust open. The paper airplane just like zooms in as I'm entering the room. It pokes Madeline in the eye, and then she goes, "You called?" And then like she's just gonna storm into the room, like just walk past Madeline, like not even see them, like, or pretend she didn't see her, and just be like, "Well, Brackleberry Brigade, just let me say congratulations on the results you achieved in your mission last week. It was truly excellent. If I dare say so myself, I think you did an even better job than the diplomat whose job it was to do that in the first place, and instead went and got kidnapped by a bunch of roller derby pirates." And then there's gonna be like a really long silence for a bit, and she's gonna like just look at Madeline and like and then she's gonna turn back to them and be like, "Anyways, well, I suppose thank you for saving her or whatever. Oh, by the way, I don't think I have introduced myself, of course. So my name is Angelina Lexington, but since I sign all of my documents as A.Lex, people usually call me by the name of Alex. It's up to you really, however you want to call me. Anyways, I am looking forward to working with you ladies so that the four of us achieve it without anybody getting kidnapped in the process."
So
I'm starting to feel bad.
Madeline is completely aghast at this turn of events, and she turns from Alex to Anastasia and goes, "You're sending this hack instead of me?"
I mean, you didn't do a good job last time, so why would she send you?
I secured a peace treaty last time. What were you doing?
I was retrieving another important treasure. Thank you very much. If not, she would probably call me because I wouldn't gotten kidnapped.
The treasury
and have to be rescued, Madeline.
It worked out.
Oh, did you plan it now?
Of course not, but it worked. It always works. I make things work. That's my shtick.
Well, I make things work better, and that's my shtick.
Miss Brackleberry. Miss Brackleberry.
Is anybody intervening, or are they just letting this?
Oh, no. I was going to say that all of us are just looking back and forth like a tennis match.
Ig is looking back and forth, but kind of from Madeline's back because she's sort of clambered up on her, has one arm like around in front of her shoulders and is like petting her like the side of her face and her forehead frantically like, "I'll fix it."
I kind of also want to say that like maybe every time we like banter, we just like step like one step closer to each other.
Madeline has kind of been like trying to nudge Ig off this entire time, but then once Ig starts petting her hair during this whole like step forward and yell at each other bit, she's gonna turn to Anastasia and be like, "See, look, you can't send Alex. They're dependent on me. No one's dependent on Alex."
Who depends on you?
What do you call this?
You depend on them.
How dare you?
Am I wrong now?
Yes, you are, Madeline.
Last week was an indication.
I think at this point Aerith would try to take Miss Brackleberry aside and say, "So what's the situation here?"
You know, I need Madeline here. I don't think it would be a good idea to send her, but I didn't want to tell her, before because this tantrum she's having right now would be 1,000 times worse if it was just me and her, and I thought she would maybe keep some of her composure in front of you guys.
Please, she keeping her composure, Your Majesty. Excuse me for interrupting, but when has she ever kept her composure? Well, excuse me, just Your Majesty for interrupting, but when has she ever kept her composure? It would have been the same or even worse, I guess, if it was one-on-one, but it would still be bad, because she just doesn't know how to control herself.
These 3 comments to Anastasia all came within rapid succession before she had a chance to respond to any of them. So she's just like, as she's sputtering, Madeline's like, don't you do your sputters on me.
Oh, jeez.
You and I are gonna have a talk later.
We sure are.
Your Majesty.
Ig will have slid down from Madeline's back and started trying to clamber onto Anastasia.
Anastasia welcomes it, and then her hawk comes and lands on Ig. So there's like a 3-layer of cuddles going on.
Aw.
Cuddly little hawk.
And Anastasia's like not wanting to get rid of Ig, so she's like, it'll be fine. You know, she'll cool down. She and Alex always do. I mean, this isn't like abnormal. Madeline and Alex are probably still screaming at each other in the background right now.
Yeah, they're just screaming at each other in the background.
So Madeline will go, well, I'll have you know, you can't replace Madeline Jefford James, especially with you. And then she's gonna like skate backwards, keeping the point at Alex until she like skates backwards out of the room. As a bonus, she doesn't quite match up with the door, so she hits the wall, moves to the side, and then continues going backwards.
Hannelore waves.
Pops back in for a second, and then moves back out. And then you hear a door slam and like a ah!
Jeez.
Bye.
Very clumsy. Maybe this seems like the right decision, Your Majesty.
Thank you, Hannelore.
I agree. I like you already, Hannelore.
Yeah. Good to meet you.
See, you're already getting along. I knew Alex would be a good choice for this adventure, even if Madeline would undoubtedly disagree. So I'm glad that's settled. I'll go deal with her later. Key isn't a very far drive. Thank you again for accepting the mission, and good luck.
Sure thing. So just to be clear, we're going to see your Aunt Ramya at the University of Key to try to get your Brackleberry Brigade secret recipe. Brackleberry secret recipe.
Yes, the Brackleberry family secret recipe, that's right. And Aunt Ramya, she's a professor of puzzles.
Ooh.
Oh, well, I love a good puzzle, so I see that.
I wonder what we're going to be doing later.
Ray's the professor of puzzles.
And she's at Key University. I hope you have fun visiting your alma mater, Arif.
I will do my best.
Arif, what was the mascot for the University of Key?
I'll be honest, I don't remember well. I wasn't involved with sports too much.
Guess we'll find out when we get there.
Yes, we will. It's been a while.
Seeing Arif's awkwardness, Ig will proceed to slide down now from Anastasia's back.
Let's proceed to the next one.
Start clambering
Like a koala.
up on Arif.
Yeah. She's gonna kind of put her arm out to make it easier for her to just hang out there.
Welcome to the Cookie 2, Part 1. This special mini-series is called The Cookie 2 because there was a first Cookie Crew adventure that aired last year, also late for Women in Gaming Month, but celebrating it in earnest all the same. You can find the first 4-part mini-series at questfriendspodcast.com/cookiecrew or by searching Quest Friends on your favorite podcasting app. Again, this special woman-only mini-series, which I GM and not Kyle, is for Women in Gaming Month, which is officially June. You could say that today, July 1st, is not June, to which I say, you're right, but just barely. And we wanted to keep Women in Gaming Month, also known as Women in Tabletop Month, going a little bit longer. So episodes of the Cookie 2 will be released all throughout July, every other Monday that isn't the main campaign. So the next episode of the main campaign will be next Monday, July 8th, and of the Cookie 2 will be Monday, July 15th. That's all from me, so let's get back to Keith. So you guys all pack up in the Red Mary and you drive to Key. And the drive is not like the drive you did to Pike's Head in the last session. This is only a few hours. You can get to Key like within the day. But now is time for some PC interaction. So go crazy.
Before we do, I guess I never...
Oh yeah, go ahead and describe your character.
So my character is Angelina Lexington, or Alex for short. And I mean, her descriptor is she's an abrasive jack who stares down adversity, key on abrasive. I guess, how do I describe her? She's really hyperactive, as you would see. She is semi-short. Like, I think she's like 5 feet or something.
Like Rhea Perlman.
Yeah, 5'2", something like that. She's short. She has her hair usually in a ponytail with a little bow on the back, and that's usually when she is really focused on something or thinking hard about a thing, and that's usually a thing she does. And she always has a pen on the back of her ear because she's always like writing things whenever she finds them interesting. So she always likes to have a pen in hand to do that. And I think that's good enough for a descriptor for now.
And then pronouns.
Pronouns, she, her.
All right, so you are all in the Red Mary just trucking along.
Mm-hmm.
Alex has been writing some stuff down in her little notebook, one of her many little notebooks she carries around.
Hannah-Laura's playing the Eurythmics. Sisters are doing it for themselves.
Iggy's gonna try to like look over Alex's shoulder. What you writing?
I was just redacting my new theory of the economic system of the kingdom of the queen. You see, I have this really cool theory about how the economic system is like a cone, because you have, and then she's gonna just go and like talk really, really excitedly about her cone system of the economy of the kingdom.
I just imagine Hannah-Laura and Aerith just like trading eyes, and Ig just nodding and smiling.
He doesn't understand any of this, but they are enraptured.
And then she's gonna be like, oh, but also earlier on I also updated some facts about all of you, of course, because you all seem like a really cool gang to be around. So I'm really excited about this mission here that I am at, and Madeline is not.
You think I'm cool?
Yeah, I mean, you single-handedly braced to this mission, to the mission last week, so why wouldn't you be? But anyways, the cone theory, and then she's gonna go back to that.
What's Aerith reading?
Oh gosh, I'm on the spot. I don't know. She's reading a book.
Harry
Potter. No. Hair Pot. It's the latest. The latest, fiction of...
Is it like a pot that's scary?
Is it like a chia pet?
A pot with a wig.
It's...
No, nothing like that.
It's about a boy with magical hair that makes potions.
Oh.
Harry Pot. I love it.
I saw a Harry Pot once. Well, I thought it was hair, but it was actually just moss. It's Ig's story.
Hannah-Laura is giving Ig a lot more eye contact and nodding than their previous encounter, just to encourage them.
Yeah, Aerith is alternating between reading and kind of spacing out every once in a while, just out the window. Who knows what's going on in her head, but she's getting in the zone.
Hey, Aerith.
Yes?
Are you excited to be going back to your university?
I suppose. I haven't been there since graduation. Wonder if I'll see any familiar faces, though.
Who knows? 5 minutes of silence.
Or if we'll interact with Ramya.
Yeah.
This is too soon, Hallie. It's too soon for this.
Don't worry about it, Emily. Don't worry about it.
Oh no.
You're a different character now. It's okay.
No, you're saying that in a way that means it's not. I should worry about it.
So when you get to Key, the gates of Key are manned by these very officious-looking squirrel rats called Sprats. And they're checking papers and asking people's business, but Anastasia gave you a letter before you left, so you show that you have no problem getting in. They even give you directions to the visitor parking lot at Key University that are good directions and that help you actually find the place.
One quick question. What does a squirrel rat look like?
Yes, exactly like the Ice Age thing.
Yes!
Because we realized used when describing squirrel rats. That was how Scrat, in fact, got his name.
Yep, perfect.
That was in like episode 4 or something, episode 5. Alright, so you pull into the visitor parking lot of Key University, and Ig, you suddenly remember that before you left, your brother gave you a letter and a package.
Oh.
Wait, I suddenly remembered something that I forgot until now.
Oh, Hannelore turns the volume down.
Even though it was actually a really big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But then I forgot it.
You want to talk about it?
I got a present.
Ooh.
I don't know if you've heard of him. He's actually pretty famous.
Uh-huh.
His name is Vespari, and he's my brother.
What?
And and he's the best big brother ever, and he's the most talented nano in the whole world, except actually,
Yes.
pretend I didn't tell you that.
All right.
He's a really good fake nano. She is going to nod convincingly.
Hannelore will match the nod.
So is he or is he not a nano? Because, I like writing things about people in here that I keep meeting and hearing about, so I really want to nail down exactly whether or not he is.
Oh, I can clarify. I told you that he was a nano, but I'm not supposed to tell you, but he definitely is.
Understood.
All right,
Wait, don't write that down.
Too late.
Just add a sub note there.
Yeah. Hey, Alex.
Yeah?
Do you ever have like secret parts like written in code in your notebooks, like Leonardo da Vinci?
Please, of course I do. What if Madeline steals my very important notes? Of course I need to have a code.
Okay, just make sure that that's like double top secret,
Mhm.
and everyone remember that to forget.
Forget what?
Exactly.
She's gonna say that she will do it, but she's not going to. Nobody tells Alex what to do.
So rascally.
Iggy's gonna like rip open the package dramatically and like toss the wrapping paper everywhere.
As you do that, there's like a little pew sound, and glitter just glows everywhere inside of the red berry.
Oh, man.
Mistakes were made.
And then because letters in the Quest Friends universe are basically all howlers, you hear a voice coming from the letter that Ig has, and it goes, "Hello, Ig and friends! Ig, I found these in the trash and thought you would like them. Friends of Ig and driver Hannelore, I am so sorry in advance for anything my sibling might do, say, or otherwise have a hand in. I will pay for any collateral damage brought upon the Miss Mary. Best of luck, come see my shows!" And then it stops.
I love that.
Oh my gosh, we should see a show!
And then in the package are 4 ciphers
Ooh.
for all of you.
Yeah, party time.
Just imagine the glitter exploding forward. And it like hitting, scattering all over Hannelore's car.
Oh, it's everywhere.
It's all over my cape.
And she just, her little hands tighten just a little. She lets it go. She doesn't say anything about how difficult it is to get glitter out of an interior.
Out of upholstery.
Ig is going to say loudly and slowly, "Good luck, there wasn't glitter in that package."
Hannelore just wipes a little bit off of her cheek.
All right, Hallie, what do we got?
What you have fireproofing spray,
Ooh.
which I included for no reason.
I wonder.
If you spray a non-living object with this cipher, they have armor against fire damage. There's a friction-reducing spray, which is, friction-reducing gel. Sprayed across an area of up to 10 feet, this gel makes things extremely slippery. For 1 hour, the difficulty of movement tasks in the area is increased by 3 steps. There is an image projector. It's a headband. It projects one of the following immobile images in the area described for 1 hour, and then you roll to see what image you get. We could do that when the moment comes, or I will let you say what image you want. We'll see what happens.
Do you think it should be the dinosaur with the butter churn again?
Yes.
It could be. That's a very common image.
It told the future!
Is it a common image?
In the ninth world, yes.
Really?
I decree it so.
Hannelore has been looking into this very concernedly.
It's an interesting phenomenon.
Then the last cipher is instant shelter. With the addition of water and air, this small device expands into a simple one-room structure structure with a door and a transparent window. It is 10 feet by 10 feet, made of sheepstone, and is permanent and immobile once created.
I am concerned by the inclusion of this.
Don't give too much thought into how I chose these for you.
You know, Hallie, we've been friends for a really long time.
We have.
It just seems like there's already shelter for us to stay in.
Yeah.
So if nobody else wants it, I'm kind of liking the friction gel.
Yeah. Go for it.
I'm gonna take the fireproofing spray.
I can take the image. Wait, hang on. I don't even remember what I can do. I don't think I can make images. I'll make the image.
Okay.
Ig, do you care?
What's the other?
That leaves Ig with the instant shelter, unless Ig really wants the...
Should Ig have charge of something that important?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the fireproofing spray, okay? Just when you feel like you're gonna light something on fire that you shouldn't.
You're worried
just-
about injuring somebody.
Just spray this instead.
This is great, because I've had one of these for the longest time that I just haven't even used.
Oh.
It's very good to know.
I had it all last session.
Ig has got the fireproofing spray, Alex has the friction-reducing gel, Arif's got the image projector,
Yup.
and Hannelore has the instant shelter. That's what the breakdown was?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Okay, so you are now parked. When you parked in the visitor center, if someone was watching from outside, they would have seen just like the inside of the car just cloud
Glitter.
with extremely sparkly, violently colorful glitter. And then you can all get out and explore and try to find the office.
Shake the glitter off of our clothes, like that Katy Perry song.
just try to look presentable.
I was just seeing if I had any abilities that would be able to clean glitter off of all of us. Nope.
We're all just covered in glitter.
Ig is loving it.
Yeah, just leaving it like a little comment trail. Handler's gonna try to dust it off at least.
Sarah's gonna clean her face at least, but pretty much ignore the rest.
It comes off your face a lot easier
Yeah.
than clothes.
Great.
Oh no. We should try to also focus on the mission. So, Arif, would you know where this office is? I mean, you have been to this university before, right? So,
Yeah, I can lead us right there, and I will lead us right there.
Actually, Rami Brockaberry was not a professor when you went to University of Key, but
Do I know where the Department of Puzzles would be, though?
you would know like where that would be located. It's,
Yeah.
it's in like the Department of Random Majors.
Right, yeah. I could at least lead us to
Oh,
the
yeah.
building then, but then I'll get in and get kind of confused and lost.
Handler's gonna buy everybody a hat.
From the gift shop?
Everybody's getting a hat
Okay.
from the
Sweet.
University of Key.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Alex is not wearing that. She'll accept it, but she won't put it on.
Put one on. I'm gonna put it on Ig. It's way too big.
All right, all the hats say "Cool Kids Come from Key"
Oh.
on the top of it, and the university.
Just stuff it on top of Arif's head.
The university mascot, the mascot of the University of Key, is a creature called a quail,
Uh-huh.
which is like if a whale was a quail. That's just what it
Fighting
is.
quails.
It is a horrifying mascot. No one should have. I was bullied into choosing this.
A quail.
So do leave this part. Leave this part in. Is it like a giant penguin, but with
No.
No.
It's like if a whale was the size of a quail and also had feathers and little quail legs.
Okay.
I can see it, yeah.
It's a tiny little mammal.
That feels kind of just like a quail.
Is it land based?
Yes, it does. And they can't really fly effectively, but they can flap and get a little bit of air.
yes.
Like a dodo.
They have horrifying screeches, and they're spelled like Q-whale. Quail.
That explains, yeah.
Handler's gonna buy a stuffed one for Ig.
Ig loves that thing. Ig is just delighted.
Whale. This is cool. This is a really cool university that you went to, Arif.
Yeah, they're a tad strict on the rules, but it provides decent education.
Cool. Groovy.
I will say I'm happy to be done with my degree, though.
What was your degree in?
I don't know.
Sorry.
I might
Actually, no, this is fair. Not at one point discussing Eric's backstory did we say what your degree was in.
No.
Communications.
Communications.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that. She is an empath, and she studied a lot of magical courses, like how to Numenera, and also, how to social sciences, sort of
Oh,
focusing.
social studies.
She sticks pipettes in people's brains? Question mark.
Communications with a minor in social studies. Yep, that is what Aerith majored in.
It's definitely a real degree. Wow.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I'd put it to good use, I believe.
Yeah, you're a successful brain sucker. I still don't feel like you ever fully explained it to me, but
Assistant brain sucker.
Wait, Alex. Hey,
What's up?
So how do you know Madeline?
Your face is just going to
Yeah.
like she's gonna when she asks her something, like she's gonna be like smiling at her, and then the second she starts that, her face is going to go like all serious.
oh my goodness.
And she's gonna be like, well, we work in the same team with Queen Brackleberry. That's all. Why would you?
When did you first start to strongly dislike her?
Straight to the point.
Like, I suppose you can call it hate at first sight.
Hannelore offers a fist bump. For me, it was almost the moment I met her.
She will just look at it.
I'm gonna offer it to Ig.
Oh, Ig is super excited to like squish their cheek against it.
Should
Precious.
have known better.
Yeah. I see that you also strongly dislike her, though. That's
Yeah. I find her disrespectful.
that is no surprise there.
Yes, and she immediately she put her feet on my dashboard.
I like her.
I have to apologize, so I'm really not sure where this professor's office is. I haven't been to this building too much, and I don't know if she was here when I was going to school, so we might be a little lost.
As you say that, you pass a door that says Ramya Brackleberry, Professor of Puzzles, in like gold brass font for like really distinguished professors, you know?
Huh.
Ig has been distracted by the shine.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, guess we've reached our destination. Do we have any sort of plan to persuade her?
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about that at all.
Well, I figured we were just gonna ask.
Yeah, I'm gonna put you out in front, Aerith. You're better. It's your job to be good with words, and this is a professor lady.
Aerith is, Cassidy is not.
Yeah, you can bond over your alma mater.
And you know her, right? So
Yes.
Well, let's think. She said, the queen said that she was going to give it to her. It's just that she was never sending it. So now that we're
Yes.
here, I'm sure she'll just give it to us without any trouble at all. So
We can certainly hope.
Are you super focused on the door right now?
Probably not. Why?
Would anyone hear the click of a door opening?
I feel like Hannelore is looking at.
I am trained in perception. I believe that's something I would hear.
Do you want to make a roll?
Sure. If
Yes.
you're trying to be sneaky.
First roll.
Oh, I'm not trying to be sneaky.
Oh.
I'm just opening the door and I didn't know if people would notice that I've just gone inside.
I feel like Hannelore just sees the door open slightly behind Aerith's head. Ig, maybe. I'm just gonna grab Ig by the collar and pluck back a little bit. Maybe we just knock. We'll start with a good knock, huh? You can knock if you want to.
Ig, did you unlock the latch? And was it like, at what point is Hannelore grabbing you back and being like, no?
I
I was picturing like a foot and an arm in the door.
Same
and then
here.
just like,
All right, so Hannelore
Oh.
pulls you back, but the door kind of flaps open a little bit, and there is a girl sitting behind the desk. She has like a dozen hair clips of various colors, all eclectically placed to like keep her bangs back. And she is wearing what looks to you like, well, she looks up first at the sound of the door and at these people gathered outside her door arguing about whether to come inside or not. And it looks like she's wearing several layers of glasses, but then you realize shortly they're actually bifocals, the kind that you can flip different like prescriptions in front of.
Like Nicolas Cage, the National Treasure.
Yeah, like the National Treasure things, but like a little more sci-fi and with a lot more
The
layers.
Benjamin glasses.
Like the glasses from Toy Story, where he's fixing Woody.
the guy.
Exactly.
Toy Story 2.
Yeah.
So she presses a button on both sides of her glasses, and they all whip back. And she goes, hello, can I help you?
A gentle push to the back of Aerith. I guess I'm gonna just take Aerith's shoulders and spin her around.
Oh my gosh. Crap. What is her name again? I can't.
Wait, we don't know this. Seems to be the secretary.
You're looking for Ramya Brackleberry.
We're looking for
Miss Brackleberry or Mrs. Brackleberry?
Professor
Professor Brackleberry.
Professor Brackleberry. Yes. Okay.
Professor Ramya Brackleberry.
As this is happening, I want Alex to just throw a paper airplane into the room.
Oh, good. Good.
So this paper airplane, like, whizzes to the side, and the girl's eyes move following it, but no other part of her moves. She just follows it, and the paper airplane, like, falls against the ground with a really light, like, and she turns back and just looks at you expectantly.
I'm sorry, is this Professor Brackleberry's office?
It is, yeah.
Okay, we're actually looking for Miss Brackleberry.
Professor.
Miss Professor.
Oh, the professor's not here. I'm sorry, she's on the boat.
The boat?
The boat, the semester sky boat that left a few days ago.
Ah, oh, all right. Well, thank you for letting us know. Do you think we could have a chance to leave a note for her?
Well, I can take a note, but it's a study abroad kind of a thing, so they'll be gone for a while. So if you need something time sensitive, I can maybe help you with it.
Maybe you could help us. We are looking for a specific recipe that Professor Brackleberry is in possession of. We want it for her. Is it her? She's
her
Anastasia's niece. Wait,
yeah.
okay, yeah. Looking for her
Her
niece.
niece, the queen.
Yes.
You may have heard of her.
Queen Anastasia?
Yes, my associates and I were sent by Queen Anastasia to assist in this. I am Araf Zindal.
We are not the head diplomats.
No.
They did.
We are better than the head diplomats. So
Okay. The recipe that you're looking for, was it in a book?
Not entirely sure, but I believe it may have been.
Okay. That complicates things.
Is there any way to send word to the professor and the boat, or would it be possible to catch up in a?
She didn't leave a number. I think she was really excited to not deal with the school for a while and to be on the airship. So I don't have any way of contacting her, but I can help you. Schwester Louise always said to help those in need, and then she told me to say it like that because it rhymes. So I'll help you.
I love this girl.
also, excuse me, but are you implying that she had a recipe and she didn't write it down? She just had it in her head?
Well, I think I know what book you're talking about. She did have a book of family recipes, but upon admittance or employment at the University of Key, books are confiscated. I mean donated to the library.
There's a lot to unpack here.
What do you mean donated? And then Alex is gonna do air quotes at that.
Oh, well, University of Key bans all books, so it is really hard to find a specific book if you're looking for one.
It bans all books?
Yeah, they ban all books.
Aerith, is this normal for colleges?
Why? How did you learn? This is a college. This is a university. How do you learn without books?
This is normal for Key University.
What? How did you learn anything? Like, did you just have a person lecture at you all day? I mean,
We trust our professors.
what if they're wrong? This is, I know we're like not in the matter of hand and we can discuss this later potentially, but why would you ban books?
Well,
Yeah, what's the story there?
It's a complicated matter.
Key University just wants to make sure that we get the right reading materials through the proper channels.
Oh,
so
great.
we can go to the library anytime, and it's only a 5-week waiting period once you request a book.
Hannelore really regretfully just touches her hat. She doesn't take it off yet. But she's thinking about it.
Araf took it off before she even walked in the office, and she's kind of like running her hand through her hair a little, not anxiously, but she looks a little agitated. Well, thanks for the information, and let us know if you can offer any other help.
Two things. What's your name, Miss
Oh, my name is Shannon. Shannon Higgins.
Shannon?
Oh my god.
Shannon Higgins is my name.
Shannon
Higgins. Shannon
Higgins.
Space Higgins.
Got it.
Sweet name.
God, Hallie, why?
Why not?
How did you come up with this?
Shannon, did you say Hochschwester Louise?
Schwester Louise? Yeah? Why?
Were you raised by the Schwesters?
Yeah, the nuns at Werfel.
Yeah, that's crazy. Me too.
Really?
Yeah.
Hochschwester Claudia and Schwester Zaria and Schwester Louise?
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Well, that's so neat. How did you end up there?
I don't know if I ever decided that.
Oh, juicy backstories.
Oh, just just the normal way, wrapped up in a blanket in a cardboard box and left out front.
Oh, that's really sad. I'm sorry. I was transferred there. I had been kind of bounced from foster home to foster home for a long time. And, but then, the town that I was in, the Town Hall of Records burned down after a traveling carnival came through, and they didn't know where I was supposed to be transferred. So instead, I was sent to the nuns at Werfall. It was really fortunate, really.
Ig has actually gotten a little bit pale. And
It's just silently turning to look at Ig.
their ever present open mouthed smile.
Oh boy.
Shannon would notice and be like, yeah, actually, there was a girl who looked a lot like you when she came in the carnival. Wait.
I just have to. Can I ask how long ago this happened?
Oh, well, I was transferred to the nuns when I was 13 or 14, and I'm 18 now, so about 5 years ago.
All right. Probably not our friend Ig here then. Just
No way.
coincidence. And I am trained in deceiving.